Hi everyone, it's Leona with Leona's Designs, and I am back with week 9 of the Slow Stitch by K3N. And this week we are working on a 9-patch applique. I say applique. And we're also supposed to write a grid poem. I've never heard of a grid poem before this, and I did write a poem a day for 7 years as part of the NaPoWriMo challenge every April. And I wrote all different kinds of form poems in college and for the April NaPoWriMo challenge, but I never heard of a grid poem before. So this was a nice challenge for me. I was happy to find out about it and try to write one, and I can tell you it is pretty difficult. But I did come up with one, and what we are supposed to do this week is we're supposed to simulate a 9-patch block, but not actually make a 9-patch block. We're supposed to applique our little squares down, and then we can stitch them however we want and create this little piece that we put in our journals, and then underneath we're supposed to put our grid poem. So I've made my little squares of fabric, 1.5 inch, made this little cardboard template, and I've cut out 7 of them so far. So I'm going to do my other 2, and then what I hope to do is, instead of stitching around each side of the square, I think I'm just going to stitch along the top so that we can lift up the squares and my word for each grid will be under the square. So that's my plan. See how that works. Right now I'm going to cut out this little pink square, and the way I've been doing that is I've just been taking my pen and drawing around the square. Oops. Not letting it slip. And then cutting it out. This is a kind of a slippery fabric, I guess. I thought it was just cotton, but anyway, I think this is going to be a very fun project. I've seen a lot of the other results on our Facebook group that were posted, and some people really did come up with a very cool grid poem. And Catherine herself wrote a really neat grid poem. And she did say it was difficult, and I do agree. So there's my pink square, and I'm going to cut one more. Oh, what color do I want? Okay, I think I've only got maybe brown or red. Oh, I got red there. This brown is going to be the last color. Oh, I've already got brown. Well, I guess it's going to be this red. That's kind of an orangey red. Oh, black. I've got black. And then I've got this kind of brownish color here. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with this. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I want this color. I think I'll make a little bit of both. do that. I'm going to have to use my white pencil. Just hopefully I can trace around it enough to see where to cut. I hope everyone's having a good day. It's March 4th. And next week at this time, I will be flying to Las Vegas. Not for a fun vacation for me, but it will be for my granddaughter's wedding. She decided she wanted to get married in Las Vegas. And so the whole family's flying out there for a few days to attend her wedding, which is going to be quite a grand affair. And I've never been to Las Vegas. I would never have gone other than for her wedding. Otherwise, I had no desire to go to Las Vegas. But, of course, I want to go for her wedding. So, I'm trying to get my projects all caught up so I can be free to go on this short flight next Wednesday to Vegas and see my granddaughter get married. So, okay, I've got all my 9 blocks ready to be stitched down, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Got some green embroidery floss here that I could use. And I've got some pink and some black. Maybe I'll use the black. I guess black didn't want to be used. It just came right out of the needle. Oh well. Let's just use green. Got plenty of green here. And it's March, so green is the color. Okay, I'm going to pin these down with my applique pins. And we'll get stitching. I'm using, the background is a piece of linen that I had, that I got somewhere, I have no idea where. I just had this one square of linen. And it was just the right size. So I thought, perfect. Let's use that. And then the background, the backing is a piece of muslin. Okay. These all pinned down. And then what I'm going to do is I have fabric markers that I'm going to write one word under each one of these little squares, and that's going to be my poem. So I'm just going to stitch a straight stitch across the top here. I think I'll just go all the way across without stopping. Excuse me. And as usual, my thread's way too long. I was going to do running stitches. get too close to the edge because they have to be sturdy enough to be flipped up. I think that's good. Just going to continue. Catherine already posted her video for week 8. So I'm excited to try that. She always has a good idea. And I won't say what that is until I post that video. But it looks to be a fun one, as all of those are that I think that she's posted. Oops, my pen got caught. Okay, just a couple more stitches here, and then we'll be across. And I think this is going to work. I hope it does. Let's see. See if it works before I do the rest of them. Flip up, flip up, flip up. I think it'll work. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I got allergies that have been bothering me today and yesterday. Well, I don't know if I should make 2 rows of stitching or just leave it at 1. It's not going to get that much use, so I think I'll just leave it at 1. And we'll go back and do this row. Got this, tie this off. And I got a loop there, which I didn't want to do, but why that happens. Beginner's luck, I guess. Okay. All right, I'm going to start now. Back over on this side, and we'll go all the way across again. So I had a fun week because I got to go last week. I got to go help my granddaughter pick out her wedding dress. And my daughter and I and my other granddaughter and their best friend all went and spent the day looking at wedding dresses and went to lunch and had a fun time. And my granddaughter picked out a very beautiful dress. So my other granddaughter got married last September, and she had a traditional wedding in a rustic barn. But this granddaughter didn't want a traditional wedding. She just wanted to have a fun wedding at a little chapel in Las Vegas. So that's that's what we're doing. Okay, this row's almost done. Tie this one off, hopefully without a loop. Boom. Tie a knot and finish our last row. And we'll be good to go. I think it's going to really be cute. It'll be different anyway. So, if you haven't heard of a grid poem, I'll give you a little hint. Not sure if it's supposed to be just one word in each grid, but that's what Catherine decided she wanted her grid poem to be one word in each grid block. I guess you could use phrases or however you wanted to, but I chose to do one word. But this one's a little high. But it has to make sense reading horizontally and vertically. That's where the challenge comes in. So you have to read it. So you have to make sure your words make sense if you read it horizontally or if you read it vertically. So I have to admit it was a challenge. I did work on it for a couple of days, but I got it done. And it does make sense. I still have my website from when I used to write a poem a day for the NaPoWriMo every April. NaPoWriMo is an online site that gives you a prompt every day in April, and then you write a poem if you want to, using the prompt. And I chose to write my poems with using forms. And I did some free verse, but usually it was a form. So I still have that website with all those poems I wrote. A poem every day for 7 years. It was really a fun experience. I'll put the link down below in the description box if anybody wants to go check it out. They're all still there. Excuse me. Okay, we're done stitching. Now I will go get my fabric pins. 1 second. And we'll print out my poem. This, let's see what color I have here. If I should use red or black. Try it on some fabric. Guess I'll use black. These fabric markers are from Tulip. I've had them for a long time. And they're called Essentials fabric markers. Won't snag, skip, or bleed. They have a brush tip and an extra fine tip. And they're permanent. So they might still be on Amazon. I've used them a few times. And they worked very well for lettering. I'm going to use the fine tip. And my poem is, got it written on scrap paper here. You can see all the different words I crossed out. So I'll read my poem first. It reads horizontally, 9 colorful patches, different fabrics stitched, shapes appliqued slowly. 9, and this is vertical, 9 different shapes, colorful fabrics appliqued, patches stitched slowly. So it does read both ways. That's the brush tip. So I'm going to write up here. I'm going to write 9. Make sure I can fit the words in under these blocks. Nine. It would be fun to stitch all these words, but I'm not going to do that. 9 different. Gotta write small. I should have picked shorter words. And different. And different. Oh, I got it in there. It's not my best printing. Nine different shapes. Shapes. Nine different shapes. Colorful. Colorful. Got it in there. Colorful fabrics. Oh, applique is kind of a long word too. Colorful fabrics. Appliqued. Or appliqued. Appliqued. Fit, yay. Patches. Patches. Stitched. H-E-D. slowly. Okay, one more word left. Slowly. SLOWLY. Okay, we did it. Yay. See how it looks. Not without a little mess on my hands. My own fault. I had the brush tip open. Okay, we have 9 colorful patches, different fabrics, stitched, shapes, appliqued, slowly. 9 different shapes, colorful fabrics, appliqued, patches, stitched, slowly. Yay! I'm happy with it. I think it's really cute. So I'm going to put that in my book, my little journal. And it should fit. I measured it ahead of time for week 9. It'll just fit in my book for week 9. Week 9. And today is March 4th. When did she post this? I guess it was March. I think she posted it March 4th, 2024. And it's called 9 Patch Appliqué with grid poem. Okay, and then I just got to stitch it in there, and I will have some room at the bottom to journal. So thank you for watching. I hope you were inspired to maybe try doing this yourself, or at least try writing a grid poem. It's really challenging, but it's fun. And then this little 9 grid patch applique is pretty easy and fun. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you soon with week 10 of K3N Cloth Tales Slow Stitch with K3N. Have a great day.